Good morning. We have parked up and are currently walking through Manchester Airport Terminal 3. We are spending the weekend in Belgium. So it's time to go through security, have a little chill the other side before jumping on a flight. I will see you on board. So we're at the Sporting Chance Sports Bar for food. Gone through security, that was nice and easy. It's actually pretty busy though. There's a half-hour wait on the food, so hopefully it's good. I've only gone for a couple of light bites because, I mean, they do some decent food here to be fair, but I'm not that hungry. Although the ice cream sundaes are calling me in, so we'll see. So food's here. It wasn't 30 minutes, it was more like 10, and it looks great. So let's dig in. Yeah, couldn't help ourselves. Ended up with the after 8 sundae. Yummy. The gate has been assigned and we've finished up eating, so we are on our way to the gate, ready to catch our flight to Belgium. The food to me was a bit hit and miss, but the ice cream sundae we had after was fantastic, to the point where I would happily have ordered another one and eaten it all over again. But we don't have time for that. The queues are busy, so let's go find where we are meant to be. Busy, busy. Look at all this. Now we are quite close to the entrance. I don't know how well you can hear me, but we have taken a risk and not paid for seats this time. So we should be up. So we've landed and we have been in this queue already at least half an hour. We're waiting to go through border control and mayhem. We're meant to be on a bus in 15 minutes. Don't know if we're going to make it yet, so keep you updated. So we have landed in Charleroi and it is the worst airport I think we've ever been through. It took basically 2 hours to get through passport control, so we did miss our bus. We have been told that there is another bus in about half an hour from now, and we should be able to still use our ticket from earlier to get on that. So fingers crossed, but that still obviously adds on another delay. Bit sad. We did Google after, and apparently it is regarded in Europe as the worst airport, so yeah, I agree with that. The driver did let us on, so we are now on our later bus journey to Mons, but we're moving forward, we're getting there. It'll be nice if we can check into the hotel, so, but we're on, that's all that matters. So we are officially in Mons, we've been dropped off by the Flixbus, and now we are just walking to the hotel, which is actually around the corner from the bus stop.
I think this is the place anyway. Fingers crossed, eh?
So let's have a look at our hotel room. Well, it's a lovely size, nice and clean. Let's have a look at the bathroom. Lovely. Oh, lovely big shower. Great for couples. Yeah, what a lovely trip. We were so impressed with the hotel, we have decided to try and eat here too. It's very busy, so we're just hoping we can get a seat. Oh, big table. No, it's fine, thank you. This place is very busy, but we've managed to get a table. So we are just about to have a look through the menu now. We've got live music, which really sets a lovely mood off. But so far, this place can't go wrong. We've just come back up from the restaurant. Oh, it was amazing. Such a wonderful atmosphere. We had quite a couple of drinks. The food was big.
Absolutely fantastic.
It really was. The food portions were very big though, and I feel like I'm going to pop now. But I mean, wonderful bonus having a live singer and pianist. But we're back up in the room, jammy time, and sleep ready for a full day Mons tomorrow. So good night and see you in the morning. Good morning. We are up and dressed. Just realised I forgot something, so I'm heading back to the room. But then we're on our way to Five Senses for breakfast. Yeah, I'll show you when I get there. So on our way to go get breakfast, and we've got to cross the railway station, and it looks like we go through this very funky, almost spaceship-like bridge. Looks pretty fun. Okay, so I know it's only a train station, but it does look pretty cool, right? And they even have all these little pods. Easily amused, I know. So here we are, Five Senses. Let's see what it's like. So food has arrived. Let's dig in. So we have just finished breakfast and it was delicious. I could have easily eaten that again. We've just had a walk down the main high street and there's a wedding going on. Do you love a wedding? So we're going to wait to get some proper photos of the building down there, obviously with the wedding going on. But it did look awesome and the bride looked lovely too. We've just had a walk to the Belfry now to get some fab snaps. So we've decided to pay to go up the Belfry. So we are heading up the ramp now, trying not to sound out of breath. Looks pretty cool. That's not a shop. Look at this place. Gorgeous park. Amazing landscape. I'm about to go up into it. Now apparently you get a lift up part way, then you take the stairs to the top, and then it stairs all the way down. So here's the lift. Oh. Goes on quite far, doesn't it?
It does.
Here we go. First bit. So now we're up the step section. Doesn't feel as sturdy as I'd like. But there we go.
Terrifying.
Size of the bells. And the size of the beams holding it all up. Don't know how well I'm getting the recording because there's a lot of light glare.
So the amount of bells, the size of the bells.
As big as me. So we are on our way back down now. Didn't go quite as high up as I thought we might, but it's pretty cool. The floor's a little bit unnerving, but look at that. Weather's blowing the claim. Oh god, this is so narrow. Good luck.
Narrow.
This is narrow for me. And you were struggling a lot last bit. How are you finding it? Midget feet.
This is ridiculous.
Are you sure this is the right way to come down?
I'm making the fire, you fucked.
You ain't running this, are you?
Not going down here, are you? Absolutely. Insanity. I ain't just fits my feet. There's not putting added pressure on both of them.
Well, you know, it's all good
How
fun.
do you find it?
I mean, they're very narrow. I mean, I'm having to walk sideways to get my foot on. So. I feel a little bit more safe now.
Terrifying, isn't it?
I don't think that's what's meant to be the way, but Frustratingly, I'm guessing because of the height and scale of the place, it's quite hard to capture the external. Hopefully I got a nice enough picture when we're at the Belfry from part of the viewing area in the park. I think this is as good as we're getting. The high street is definitely woken up a little bit more now. It's midday on a Saturday. What is nice is they actually have music playing down the street, which is pretty cool. We've finished off at the church and we're on our hunt for Belgian waffles. Can't come to Belgium without trying Belgian waffles. So that is our next destination. Citizen Fox. Alright, so we found our stop for waffles. Oh, it's patisserie. Do you not have waffles and patisseries? Bonjour. So I thought our next stop was the Belgian waffles, but we've ended up with this cute patisserie instead. And I have got the cutest little cake. But once we've eaten this, we'll have a wander and find the Belgian waffles. For now, cake. So after that lovely little patisserie stop, we are now approaching a waffle bar. So we get to actually have some proper Belgian waffles. Let's have a look. Thank you. So we've got our chocolate waffles. We're going to steal his because mine's covered in cream. Look at that. Proper Belgian waffles. As you can tell, that's the cream. I also went for a Belgian caramel hot chocolate, which looks amazing. So yeah, let's dig it.
And with cream.
I think so. So I've officially had my Belgian waffles. I actually tried a bit of Belgian beer last night, but I only had a sip of it because I don't like beer. It wasn't too bad, but it's not something I'd order myself again. So yeah, tick and tick. We're back now at the palace for some photos, as it's gone a bit quieter now, so we can get some nice, good front shots of the place. And then we're thinking we're going to go to a mocktail bar for a bit. And I say mocktail bar because we'll be ordering mocktails rather than cocktails. And then we're going to go and think we're going to get some swimming kit because we've got spa facilities at the hotel. So yeah, I think we're going to do that. And the sun is shining. It apparently wasn't meant to be. It's meant to be overcast and dreary today, so we're very fortunate with the weather. For a mocktail, heading back towards the palace, just have a quick nose into the courtyard, and then I think we're going to go pick up some swimwear so we can go chill at the hotel and the spa facilities for the evening. something. Little stop off at another tower before we head over to Primark. We've had a little nap. We've got our bathing suits now and we're heading to the spa to have a nice little chill for a bit, and then we're planning on just ordering food to the room later and having an early night because the clocks go forward and we're actually up very early to go back home, unfortunately. So spa, we spent quite a while in the jacuzzi and then we splashed around in the pool for a little bit. Now we've come back up to the room. We're going to put our PJs on, put the TV on, order some food and then pack, as we are up very early to catch our flight back home. But it's been a lovely little trip and I would recommend here to anyone. Well, that's us up early and in the hotel lobby. We've just checked out and now we're waiting for the bus. And then we should be back at the airport in about 40 minutes. We've paid for fast track because with the airport being notorious for being bad, we thought it's not worth the risk of missing the flight. So, homeward bound. Till next time.
Laatste passagiers van Ryanair vlucht
So a little bit of an update from the end of the Belgian trip. I've not been well, so I look a bit poorly. But so obviously we were flying from the South Brussels airport, which is the Charleroi, and it was chaos, as you probably saw at the beginning of the vlog. Passport control ended up taking us about an hour and a half to 2 hours just to get into the country. On the way back, we thought, oh, because we're flying early, there's probably not going to be that many flights and we should get through okay. But we checked anyway, and it turned out there was like 23 or 24 flights before ours. So then we were like, oh, we can't risk not getting on our flight. So we ended up paying for Fast Pass to go through security a bit quicker. And when we turned up to the airport, the queue to go through security was outside of the airport. It was that bad. So obviously we went through the Fast Pass area, and right at the, I mean, it was slow to move. Even in Fast Pass, it was slow to move. To the point where we started wondering if we were even still going to make it. It was chaos. There was some people jumping barriers. There were people pushing through. It was a shambles, if I'm honest. And somebody in the queue behind us said that they're not allowed to have a strike, so they called it something else, which means they were on low staff. And obviously, with it being beginning of the Easter holidays, the airport was busy, and they had reduced staff numbers. So, although apparently that airport is considered one of the worst in Europe, it was even worse than normal. By the time you get to the end of the Fast Pass queue, it actually merges with the standard one. Of course, nobody really wants to let anybody else go because everybody's in a rush and everybody wants to go and get through. Once we were through that, the airport was still a little bit hard work. But, I mean, the security side of it, if you've got to fly from the airport, I would highly suggest getting a Fast Pass. And even with the Fast Pass, give yourself plenty of time, because it still took us a hell of a lot longer than we were expecting, considering we had a fast pass, because the queue just wasn't moving. It just wasn't moving. And then you've got people almost trying to push into the fast pass, jumping the barrier and stuff, because they were worried about missing their flight. So yeah, that's just a little bit of update on that airport. Wasn't the best. Wouldn't choose to fly in or out of there ever again, if I'm honest. But I'm well aware it's a very popular airport due to the prices from the UK over to Belgium. It is obviously a cheaper airport to go from. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the vlog. Obviously our next trip will be coming up next month, and that will be for Germany. So I'll see you very soon.
Do you want it to